Obedience. It is the thread that binds faith to action, trust to deliverance. Nowhere is this more evident than in the story of the first Passover, as recorded in Exodus chapter 12. God's instructions to the Israelites were clear, precise, and vital, not just for their survival, but for their redemption. Imagine the scene: a lamb without blemish selected, its blood carefully applied to the doorposts and lintel of each home. The flesh roasted over fire, eaten with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Every detail mattered, every instruction carried significance. The blood on the doorposts was not just a mark, it was a sign of faith, an act of obedience that would shield them from death itself. But it wasn't only about the blood, it was also about how they prepared and consumed the meal. God commanded them to eat it in haste, with their loins girded, sandals on their feet, and staffs in their hands, ready to leave at a moment's notice. This urgency was a lesson in readiness, a reminder that obedience often requires us to act without hesitation. The Israelites' obedience was not passive, it was active, deliberate, and complete. They followed God's commands exactly as given, not eating the lamb raw or boiled, ensuring nothing remained until morning, and burning what was left. Their faith was demonstrated through their actions. As Exodus chapter 12 verse 28 says, the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. And because they obeyed, God passed over their homes, sparing them from the plague that struck Egypt. This story teaches us that obedience is not optional when it comes to God's instructions, it is essential. The Israelites' deliverance hinged on their willingness to trust in God's plan and follow His commands down to the smallest detail. It reminds us that even when we don't fully understand His ways, our obedience can lead to blessings beyond measure. And yet, these instructions were more than practical, they were deeply symbolic. The lamb without blemish pointed forward to Jesus Christ, the ultimate Passover lamb whose sacrifice would bring eternal redemption. The unleavened bread symbolized purity, while the bitter herbs reminded them of their suffering in Egypt, a suffering that God would soon turn into freedom. Are we quick to obey God's instructions, especially when we don't understand them?
Thank you for joining us on Divine Design. If you're eager to delve even deeper, we've curated some insightful material for you to explore further. As you reflect on the sacred wisdom of Scripture and consider the remarkable design woven into our genes and nutrition, may your curiosity grow and your discoveries lead you to new understandings. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom and stay inspired by the divine design.